Hello and welcome to the podcast. You're listening to Learn English Naturally through real conversations. If you're here today, it means you want to improve your English in a calm, realistic, and natural way. This podcast is designed especially for learners who feel tired of grammar rules, pressure, and traditional study methods. Right now, you don't need to repeat after me. You don't need to pause the audio. Just listen, let your mind relax, and allow the language to flow naturally. Why learning English feels difficult. Many people believe English is difficult, but in reality, English is not the problem. The way we try to learn it is the problem. Most learners put too much pressure on themselves. They want to speak perfectly. They want correct grammar, perfect pronunciation, and advanced vocabulary. This pressure creates fear, and fear blocks learning. When you're afraid of making mistakes, your brain focuses on avoiding errors instead of understanding meaning. Language learning should feel natural, not stressful. Learning English naturally. Think about how you learned your first language. You didn't study grammar. You didn't memorize rules. You listened. You listened for a long time before you spoke. That is exactly how natural language learning works. Listening comes first. Speaking comes later. When you listen regularly, your brain begins to recognize patterns. You start to understand how sentences are formed without thinking about rules. The power of listening. Listening is the most important skill in language learning. Before you can speak clearly, you must hear the language many times. Listening helps you understand pronunciation, rhythm, and natural expressions. When you listen often, English slowly becomes familiar. At some point, you stop translating every word in your head. You simply understand the idea. This is one of the biggest signs of progress. Real English versus textbook English. Textbook English is often very different from real English. Textbooks use perfect sentences. Real people don't speak perfectly. In real conversations, people pause. They repeat themselves. They change direction in the middle of a sentence. This is normal. And this is the kind of English you need to understand. That's why listening to real conversations is so powerful. Daily life. Morning routine. Let's talk about something simple, morning routines. Most people wake up, check their phone, and think about the day ahead. Some people drink coffee, some people skip breakfast. These small, everyday topics are very important. They help you practice English in a realistic way. You don't need advanced vocabulary to communicate. You need simple, clear sentences. Small talk builds confidence. Many learners think small talk is useless, but small talk is one of the most important skills. Talking about the weather, work, or daily life helps you feel comfortable speaking. Comfort leads to confidence, and confidence is more important than perfect grammar. Making mistakes is normal. Let me be very clear about this. Making mistakes is not a problem. Native speakers make mistakes every day. They say the wrong word, they change sentences, they forget what they wanted to say. They continue speaking anyway. Mistakes are part of communication. If you wait until you are perfect, you will never speak. Thinking in English. At the beginning, it's normal to translate everything in your head, but over time, listening helps you think directly in English. Instead of translating word by word, you understand meaning. This makes speaking faster and more natural. The more you listen, the easier this becomes. Daily life, work and study. Work and study are common topics in English conversations. Some people work from home, some people study full-time, some people do both. These topics appear often in real conversations, especially small talk. Listening to them regularly helps you feel prepared. Vocabulary through context. In this podcast, vocabulary is not explained directly. You learn words from context. Your brain connects words with meaning naturally. This is how long-term memory works. Memorizing word lists is not very effective. Understanding words in context is much better. Pronunciation and accent. Many learners worry about their accent, but having an accent is not a problem. Everyone has an accent. The goal is not perfection. The goal is clarity. If people understand you, your English is good enough. Daily life, free time. Free time is another common topic. People talk about movies, music, podcasts, and hobbies. These conversations are relaxed and informal. Listening to English content in your free time is one of the best ways to improve naturally. Consistency is key. Many people study English very hard for a short time, then they stop. Consistency is more important than intensity. Listening for 15 or 20 minutes every day is much better than studying once a week for hours. Small daily habits create big results over time. Fear of speaking. Fear stops many learners from speaking. They wait until they feel ready, but you never feel completely ready. You become ready by practicing. Even simple sentences are enough. Speaking is a skill, and skills improve with use. English and travel. English is very useful for travel. You don't need perfect English to travel. You need basic communication skills. Real conversations matter more than grammar rules. Technology and learning English. Today, technology gives us many learning tools. Podcasts, videos, and apps are everywhere, but more is not always better. Choose a few good resources and use them consistently. This podcast can be one of those resources. Building a daily habit. Try to listen at the same time every day, morning, evening, or before sleep. Habits are stronger than motivation. Motivation changes. Habits stay. Progress takes time. Learning a language is a long journey. There are no shortcuts. Some days you feel progress, some days you don't. Both are normal. Your brain is learning even when you don't notice it. Final thoughts. If you understand 60 or 70% of what you hear, that is enough. Understanding will improve with time. Be patient with yourself. Trust the process. Outro. Thank you for listening to Learn English naturally through real conversations. Come back and listen again. The more you listen, the more natural English will feel. See you in the next episode. Goodbye.